Sir, we are in the middle of a diplomatic crisis. If you don't have an appointment, please take a seat in the lobby.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zaidan, two of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish Consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zaidan orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zaidan to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a fortune in government contracts, has hired us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zaidan's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This is quite the political powder keg, 47, so be careful. The fate of a nation is at stake. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Marrakesh, 47. The situation grows more tense by the minute. The consulate is under lockdown, but the protests are only a stone's throw away from full-blown riots, and Zaidan won't hesitate to unleash his troops. So whatever you're planning, time is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
No, he is capitalism. I mean, that's what we all want this day and age, right?
Not me.
That's a load of rubbish. We all want these Western materialistic
Thank you.
things.
Oh, thank you. Wise choice. Yeah. Come back in 5 minutes. I'll pack this all up for you. Meanwhile, you know, have a look around.
And welcome to Marrakesh, Morocco. Here we have the most complicated mission yet, and it's going to be quite a challenge for me and for Agent 47 himself. But that's okay, we'll get through somehow. And our main target's Klaus Strandberg, hiding away in the Swedish Consulate.
He's at the shisha den right now, laughing his ass off. Oh man, that is so like Jeff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have homemade saffron and cinnamon. Cinnamon, our spices are fit for a king.
And Reza Zaidan, somewhere cooped in a abandoned school. These two targets are going to be quite secure. But before we do anything, let's start the cycle, shall we?
Why wouldn't he just do it?
Hi, Gunner? Oh, yeah, thank
Jeff,
God. Listen,
lazy as shit.
Consul Olander has me running an errand over to Strandberg's place for some personal belongings. Look, I thought I knew the way, but I made a shortcut through the bazaar, and now I'm totally lost. Everything looks the same. I can't. I'm on a basic phone here. I'm just waiting for IT to issue me a real one. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks. It's the Hyperborean building. Tower 2, penthouse.
Okay, and it would appear that we have some sort of newbie, some new IT intern trying to get to the Swedish Consulate. That's something to keep in mind. It's something we may be able to take advantage of. But for now, we need to find a way to get to Rhea Zidane, because I feel he is the more threatening target in this mission. Although both do need to be eliminated, of course. But must we say just how beautiful this place is? Yeah, beautiful is not the word for it. There's so many things you can do here, and honestly, the amount of interaction that you can do is just as a customer is for 47 is pretty impressive. And another thing to note is it makes sense that so many shopkeepers and peddlers absolutely almost harass you to the point of just impulse buying something, because that is where probably they get most of their income, and it makes sense. And in this game it's no different. You're going to be harassed, and sometimes they can follow you for quite a distance, which can really mess up things if you're trying to... Yeah, if you're trying to do some, let's say, shady things. And of course, that's what we're going to be doing. So we want to make sure we don't get into the eyes of some of these shopkeepers, because they'll follow us for the longest time. I think one just spotted us now. Oh, yeah. Well... Yeah, as you can see, he speed walks towards you, and it's actually kind of a little, I don't know, a little disturbing, a little unsettling. But I would believe that in a foreign country like this, if you see a Caucasian male going through, that you're going to assume that they're a foreign tourist wanting to spend for fun souvenirs that are probably pretty cheap for you to make, but not so much this guy. So we're gonna have to lose this guy, and to do that, we're gonna just lose him. He will follow you for quite a distance. Now, one thing I don't really like about the shopkeeper AI here, and I'm gonna get a little meta here, is that, look at this. He knows where you are, even though how would he know where we are? It doesn't make sense. So let's see how far this really takes it. Hiding from a shopkeeper, a very, very, very harassing shopkeeper. And my guess is that he's probably just sitting outside waiting for me to come out. And that's probably the case. And it's something I don't really care for. Look at this. He knows where we are. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite mechanic. I understand the charm of it, but it's really frustrating how he does not leave you alone. So, in the name of that, if it comes down to it, we're going to make him stop following us. Trust me, and because he's going to absolutely ruin what we're going to try to do here. But enough of that. For now, let's continue on our way. And as you can see, the shopkeeper, I believe, left us alone. I believe, but who knows? Yeah, so that's my pet peeve of this level. So, but that's okay. Let's see what's over here.
Hey, got one left. I'll go find a spot and then we head back to the school. How's that?
Sure, we'll wait.
Interesting. So we have part of the Crystal Dawn printing press who is putting up propaganda posters for the military coup to be successful. Yes, General Zayden. Yes, that is true. The bigger the lie, the more the people will believe it. That is couldn't be any more true, especially in our own lives now. I'm sure you can agree, regardless of what you think about things. So it looks like this might be a good ticket into the school. But we need to find a time for this guy to be isolated. And you know what? It might be right now. Yeah, I think so. Jeez, what a choke sound, God. Okay, and we're in business already. Let us enter Local printing crew disguise. Yes. Okay. Save for this. Ah, perfect. Excuse me, sir. Watch that puddle. That could be really dangerous, you know. Alright, well, we got the last bit of posters done. Since we overheard that conversation, Agent 47 has a little bit of preemptive intel, so we're ready, guys. Let's head to the school and meet General Zayden, right?
Done. Let's head back.
Yeah, why not? I'm out anyway. Hey, give Carlos my best out at the print shop.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to be taking a bit of a stroll to the school, and a bit of a stroll it is. So I'm going to let them have their little conversation, and then
those people
we'll
have no
rejoin.
idea what's about to happen. Don't think about it, just do the job. Some soldiers back at the school, I've heard them talking. They had fake Crystal Dawn headgear and old Afghan rifles, and they were planning to shoot the protesters. You know, to get things rolling. Jesus. Like I said, don't think about it. When brass like Zayden play their games, there's always collateral damage. Just make sure you're not in. That's a shitty outlook.
Keep walking, sir.
We are part of this. You,
don't test me.
Right here, right now. Yeah. Why don't you chain yourself to the printing press when we get back? I'm sure that'll thwart Zayden's evil scheme. Me, I'm gonna go stick flowers in the rifle barrel.
Are you with Crystal Dawn?
I've got a conscience, so shoot me. Keep this shit up, and somebody will.
I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think General Zayden's military mercenaries are someone you really want to double-cross. But at least it seems to be there is some conscience to this printing crew here, so they're not extremely evil. It could be that they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, they joined the wrong crowd, etc., etc. But that doesn't matter, because they're going to lead us straight into the school.
Hey, printer.
Hey, blue cat man. The thing I do love, though, is that every disguise that you have on, NPCs, civilian guards, and they're different but depending who, will say something different to you, and I really like that fact. And it even depends on what suit you wear. Sometimes if you wear a different type of your default suit, they will say different things. So it's pretty cool. I really enjoy that how much detail there is in this game. And as we still have a long trek to the school, one thing I do want to make note is you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed, that something may seem a little different. Well, actually, the Game of the Year edition landed, and with that, a graphical overhaul of the lighting engine. And so you're not seeing Marrakesh as what it would have been if I would have recorded this a little sooner, I guess. And actually, the lighting is much more improved for the most part. We'll continue this in a second.
About time. Go straight to the printing room. General Zayden has an announcement to make, and you boys do not want to keep him waiting.
We won't keep him waiting.
Move along, printer.
I will, elite soldier. For the most part, I say about the lighting overhaul is that, in my opinion, as it is now, I am glad that I recorded both the prologue, Paris.
General Zayden keeps coming down here to check on the prisoner. I hear they were close, so what'd he do, poor bastard?
Way I heard it.
Yes, so before we continue about the lighting, which we will continue, we'll have a lot of downtime in this mission, that's what I'm saving it for. As you hear that they're mentioning about General Zayden has a prisoner, well, there is something you can do with this prisoner, an opportunity to get close to Zayden. And to do that,
disguise yourself as a high officer in the general's ranks. Next, head to the room where they are keeping the prisoner and dismiss the guard from his duty.
You're dismissed. General Zayden's orders.
Now, subdue the prisoner and take his disguise, and then sit back down in the chair and play pretend. Zayden will then make his way down to taunt you. When the general gets close, make your move.
Time to decide. What should I do? Well, don't tell me you're sleeping, Side.
which is a pretty cool way, and the way I thought about doing as the main method, but I think we're going to enjoy this method a little bit more. But it is cool to be able to get him under your nose. Alright, and whenever you hear that little ding sound and it saves, it basically means that you have gotten close to an opportunity, basically. So that's what that means. Okay, let's get our meeting done.
Attention, everyone!
That
You
is
men have
General
done a
Reza
fine
Zaidan,
job so far.
keeper of the
Crystal
peace.
Dawn are on everyone's lips. That is why we are
Yo, what's up,
expanding the
Print Boy?
campaign to the other city districts and suburbs. This means there will be no breaks, not until the job's done. So whatever you do, just keep those printers running.
All right, well, pretty easy. Whatever we do, let's keep those propaganda posters up printing, right? Yes. All right, so I think this definitely deserves another save.
Hey, printer.
Hey, other printer. Okay, so we got the printing press going. We're in the school, which is pretty ridiculous. And look at this abandoned place. It looks like it's just been through a hell of a lot. It's hard to imagine. At one point, this place's main purpose was to educate children. It's a little bit disgusting and disturbing, to be honest, if you think about it that deep. Hitman is a dark comedy and a kind of a lighthearted dark game, but sometimes it's really hard to tell here. We're gonna need to thin out the herd here because what we're planning to do is we're setting up the hit now. That's right, General Zaidan is going to meet his end. Okay, so whatever we do, keep the printing rolling, and I don't think the general is going to really appreciate that printing press is already stopped. So he's going to come down pretty immediately to investigate what exactly is going on here. So as we wait, one quick thing about the lighting. Sapienza, the lighting is much more oversaturated in my opinion, a little bit too far. It looks a little bit cartoony as it stands. So hopefully they're going to make that change. It's not terrible, but I'm glad that we did Sapienza before the update on this Let's Play. I think that was perfect timing, and it wasn't my timing, it just happened to be that way. But for the rest of the levels, the lighting is beautiful, and so basically it's more warm, it's more harsh sun and hot light instead of a more washed out light in this level. So here comes General Zaidan, so let's be careful and stage the hit.
Took a break. Again. What are they? European? You in there! Get back to work!
Sorry sir, I don't know how to operate the button. Could you push the button for me and show me how to push the button?
What?
Oh, that's how we do it. Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, well, take a closer look.
Seems on track.
Target down. Move on to Klaus Strandberg.
Oh my, oh my. My sincere apologies. I think we've got a little bit too much red ink for our propaganda posters. We might have to get someone to clean that up a little bit later, but for now, that's alright, I suppose. Alright, that's about enough of the school that we want. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't know. All of that printing, it's getting a little bit to me. Even with this mask on, the face mask, it just... that ink is so strong, it makes me a little nauseous. I'm gonna get out here for some air if that's alright with everybody. Yeah, it's just a little bit... Whew, you know, it's a little bit much. Okay, so we are out of the school. Nice and clean. Or not clean, depending if you think about it. That was a bit of a blood splatter, but hopefully people just think it's ink. One thing about this game is that people don't notice blood.
From the print shop? Whatever, keep watching.
I suppose it's probably a little too complicated, or it would infuriate players, which I can understand that. So, yeah, I suppose I can understand that. I don't know what else to say. So.
Crystal Dawn, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? You actually think that I will let you through here looking like that?
Well, you did.
What are you supposed to be, anyway? Don't get the fuck out of here.
Wow, what a little bit mean. Okay, so That's one target down already. And something about Morocco Marrakesh is that it is hands down the most like populated area in the game. At least it feels that way. This part right here is so heavy on the frame rate for a computer. It is it slows down to a crawl in most cases. Now with my computer now and recording at 1080p, it's not too much of a problem. Right now I'm seeing 70 frames per second, which is pretty low considering the computer I have. But enough of that. We not much time we want to waste here. The next step is to take on Klaus Strandsberg, and he is located deep in the Swedish Consulate.
Reminds me, I need more business
I
cards.
could just about strangle Jerry. Stomach cramps. What kind of idiot eats shellfish from a buffet in this heat?
Relax, Pam. I hired a local cameraman. He's a freelance guy. He'll be fine.
Oh, well, if you're not worried, Tyler, then I'm not worried.
So, indeed, the cameraman is a new person. They just got him off the street. They didn't even give him a name badge, and they just needed a cameraman of some sort because the other one, I guess, was absent for some reason. And you can use that to your advantage to get to Klaus, and a way to do that
is to head to the Shisha Cafe where the temp cameraman is hanging out. Here, acquire emetic poison and spike his shisha pipe. Be sure no one is looking, of course. The cameraman will become ill and head to the restroom, giving you the perfect opportunity to take his disguise. As Finley, head back to the news crew and follow their lead. Eventually, you will be asked to turn on the stage lights for the interview.
Camera rolling. Hey, when you got a sec, think you could do something about the lights?
Go upstairs and into the tech room, and then release the moose.
For the charges, yes. Do you have any explanation to these accusations?
Well, I can only conclude that the Moroccan authorities must have
put their own legislation.
That's a cool way, and that's actually the very first way I did this mission, the very first time I played this level, and it was pretty fun, and I liked it. It's a good way to get in there. It's a good way to sneak in, but we're going to do something a little different.
That is the worst parking job I've ever seen. How did you even build up the speed? I don't know. It's all a bit of a blur.
I don't really understand that. It's not that bad of a parking job, to be honest. I don't know what they mean, but alright.
Just tell my father-in-law to protest with me.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of stealth magic here, so I think a save's worthwhile. Okay, let's make sure the coast is clear. It looks like it is. Go! Okay. Gotta be a little careful. We want to get to a free disguise. You know how much I love free disguises, and that's what we're going to head towards. But we've got to be careful. We've got to be a bit perfect here. Can't remember which way this man goes. Okay, looks like we'd be okay. Whew. Just gotta kind of make our way and time it here. As much as we like to do social stealth and just kind of no problemo, we do have to be a little careful, and this is gonna take some perfect timing, I think, at this point. This guy needs to turn around. Oh my. Okay. Whew. That was close. Someone almost saw us in the entrance, but they did not. At least I don't think they did. They might have. Oh, whew. Someone did. They thought they saw someone. Oh, the timing on this. Turn around, man. You didn't see anything. Boy, man, that guy investigates for a long time. Jeez. Okay. And home free. Well, sort of. We are now dressed as a consulate security guard, and now we have pretty free entry to the consulate itself. And the consulate is one of my favorite locations in the game, so let's head on in and just take in the atmosphere for a brief moment.
You made it. Most impressive, 47. Yeah, man. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Hey, look, there's the intern. What perfect timing.
Massage expert Konnie Engstrom reported at the reception desk.
6 small screws and 5 sort of smaller screws. 5. Can that be right?
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now, and but first we want to secure something that we want to do here, and it's going to be a...
You're supposed to keep me safe?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. I keep anyone safe, buddy. You're going to have a pretty disgusting piss-stained puddle in there. Yeah, don't tell me anything, buddy. Now, we're gonna have to time ourselves here a little bit because we got a person with a really weak bladder that constantly enters into the restroom. Luckily, he'll use the other restroom, the other stall, and I know this, so that's okay. In the meantime, let's enjoy the Swedish Consulate a little bit and see the absolute impressive atmosphere that's going on. Like, I love like the painted night woods. It's pretty cool, and there's actually like
security detail present. Awesome.
Insects and water running ambience going all throughout, and the god rays that fly through here. It's just beautiful.
It is not fair. It isn't. You can't keep me in here under these circumstances. If I had known, well, that's easy for you to say. You're not the one supposed to be doing deep tissue massage in a freaking war zone, okay? It is.
So, if you haven't heard, the massage therapist, Konnie, you can actually give massages to people in the consulate. And further than that, you can, well, you can actually become the masseuse. And to do that, Konnie Engstrom is scheduled to give Klaus a massage, but is reluctant to do so. In order to take the masseur's disguise, you need to turn on the TV to irritate Konnie, forcing him to leave.
I can't hear a word you're saying. Someone turn the TV on.
Once he leaves the side office, he will venture into the consulate kitchen. When the coast is clear, quickly take him out. Now, speak to the receptionist who will announce for Klaus to head to the massage parlor.
Konnie Engstrom, monsieur. Here for an appointment with Klaus Strandberg.
This muscle tension is killing me.
Why don't you lie down, Mr. Strandberg?
Once you're sick of Mr. Strandberg's gloating, give him the neck adjustment of his life.
I tell you, nothing makes you tense like thousands of people wanting to kill you.
And that's a pretty cool way. It's just a little silly. It's totally a valid way and way I thought about, but at least we shared it, I guess. At least this guy washes his hands. He doesn't dry them, though. He does not dry his hands. No, he does not. Okay, so we need to do a little tricky work here. Oh, sorry, buddy. I apologize in advance. We can dress as the consulate intern. And we want to make sure that kind of get his arms out of the way. There we go. That works. Hopefully no one else uses that stall. We'll just, we'll block the door and pretend that no one, it's out of order, I guess. So, now that we're an intern, they're not going to like us having our silver baller with us, so I think, yeah, I think it's time to start our first day. Don't you? Yeah. Okay, and before we head upstairs to our position, our first day of work up there, we, our first day of unpaid work, I'm sure, since we're an intern. Absolutely take advantage of interns, but they needed experience now, don't they? Yes. We were caught on security camera, and we do need to take care of that. For whatever reason, that officer knows that we're not an intern. And here is the security camera room, but we need to find a way to get in there because there is a security guard inside. So what better way than to start the photocopier? And that's a mess.
Take it easy, intern.
Oh, I will. I'll take it easy. Don't you hear the photocopier there, buddy? Yeah, perfect. I'd like to know what key presses he's putting that self-destructs and makes it spark. I sure know that my security system at work does not do that. That'd be pretty frightening if it did. Okay, so I think we can now head up into the upstairs and meet with Klaus, our soon-to-be boss. Because an intern always has to meet the owner, the high up, right?
One moment, sir. I'm gonna have to pad you down.
Sure, no problem.
This will go a lot easier if you'll just show me what you're hiding.
I'm hiding a fantastic red tie.
That's nice.
That's fine. Have a nice day, sir.
Oh, you too. Thank you. I respect the security team. Okay. Yeah, so this place is just absolutely beautiful, and there's the moose, as we have seen. But wow, just gorgeous, gorgeous lighting, just absolutely fantastic. I love the slit, the light going through the blinds effects. It's everywhere in this map. You can tell that there's a absolute certain art direction that they took in this map, and it's absolutely fantastic. And furthermore, it's just, again, it's just a beautiful location. It's just wonderful. I just don't know how the art direction, like look at these god rays flying through the slits. It's overly impressive. Okay, so enough fooling around. We need to head to Klaus's office because we are the intern. We need to, well, we need to install Adobe PDF printer on Klaus's laptop because.
Hello, intern.
Oh, I understand that we need to be frisked.
Oh, oh boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to touch you there.
God, this game never lets up, man. It really doesn't. Thank you.
Clean.
All right. Okay. And just okay. Let me. All right. Let's see. We need to install. Okay. So first of all, the user account control is not. You need to turn it off because Windows is going to not let you install it. That's the first problem. The second problem is that the virus scanner is too strict. We need to put an exclusion for PDFs. I don't know why that's even set up. That's a little bit too tight security, if you ask me. So let me remove that. And then we got to go to Adobe. Oh, we can't use Internet Explorer. Use Internet Explorer 6 for whatever reason. So let's use Firefox and go ahead and no, we don't want McAfee. We do not McAfee virus scanning. No. Yes. Okay. Keep going. All right. Thank you. Wow. While that's installing, I need a little breather. Excuse me, guard. I cannot have you in this room. Make sure we take your gun because no one's gonna like seeing an empty pistol on the ground. Well, not an empty pistol, but a pistol on the ground. Okay. So we're sedging the second hit, and again, I'm not sure if Klaus is gonna like us having a Bartoli pistol, so let's just kind of just place it here by the computer under the table. No one's gonna see that for a while. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, a meeting protocol. Yes. So while we wait for our boss, Klaus Stransberg, a very intricate way to take out both targets at the same time is by locating Klaus's safe combination found in the first floor's public restroom. You can open his private safe in his office. In here, you'll receive the code word, Cherry Blossom. By using the phone at the end of the table, you can directly call the general and give him the code word.
What is it? Cherry Blossom.
Now, hurry to the barracks of the school to locate the safe combination for Zidane.
Sneak into the general's office and open the safe. You'll receive the code word, honeycomb. Call Klaus's console and give him the code word.
Console speaking.
Honeycomb.
What all these actions do is trigger both Klaus and Zaydan to have a private meeting in the underground tunnels. You may want to clear out this area before sending them down here, though. At some point, the two will realize the call was fake and start to worry. Now is the time to light their world on fire.
That's cool, but that's so much preparation and so much deliberate not killing your target to set up a intricate, elaborate one. It's just not how I like to do it, plus killing two at the same time is not my style. Again, with this beautiful blinder preview set, it's just absolutely wonderful. I love it. The protest is going on strong under there, and little do they know that General Reza Zandan is his, well, he's not even lying anywhere. He's disintegrated. He's ground up. He's paint at this point. He's destroyed. It is something else. Yeah, that's safe there. The combination, for whatever reason, sitting in the bathroom with the intern is lying with his piss-soaked trousers. Poor guy. That's not going to be fun. But, you know, another thing that I like, I don't know if it looks like it, but I don't know if that really is. It'd be funny if it's a clip-on. That'd be the most hilarious thing. But that tie looks really short. Kind of how inexperienced and naive the intern is. So he comes with his little short red tie to work. It's kind of funny, actually. Boy, as we say that, let's get a little serious for about, let's give myself 20 seconds, okay? So currently I'm still working the job that I attained after college. And while I love it there, I want to branch out and go somewhere else. I want to go to the city, and I want to become another lowly IT employee, but in the city, and get a decent salary and get my own house, and so my wife and I can take care of our own house. That's something I've looked forward to. So let this place, the Marrakesh mission on my Let's Play be the time that I talked about that, and let's see the next time I mention on a Let's Play that I now currently am indeed in the city living in a house, because that will happen. Unless I die by getting hit by a bus. Oh, look! Perfect timing. Hello, Klaus. How are you? Geez, Klaus, can you show me how you managed to fuck up the computer this much?
Both targets down. Now head towards an exit.
Yes. A pretty shitty day at work, I would say. I killed the boss. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do it, or maybe I did mean to do it. I can't remember. My head's a little swimming right now. I kind of just need to get out of here. I don't think I'm fit for this job. I think I don't think it's right for me. I just.
Hey, what's up, intern?
I just messed up. I need to go home and eat some fruit roll-ups. It's gonna make me feel a little better. That's what I remember my mom letting me have, and it's just not right, man. I was nervous going here. I knew that something was gonna happen that would just cause it to just tumble and just not work out. So I guess it's just time to head out and accept my failure.
Hello, intern.
Goodbye, Swedish Consulate. It just wasn't for me. I'm going back to the snail shop. Yeah, that's what's right for me. That's what I think. Heh, out the front door. No one knows. No one knows that the military coup that was planned is no more. Klaus Strasberg lies strangled in his own office, and Reza Zandan is no more. Wonderful. So there's only one thing left to do, and I'm sure people who have been watching this, they should know by now what it is. Do I even need to say it? I won't say it. Let's just go for it. Something to note about Marrakesh, Morocco is that it is considered the one of the most least favorite maps of Season 1. And I guess I can understand why. At the same time, I really can't. I really enjoy this mission. Will you fuck off? Oh my god. Okay, back in the summer suit, which is positively my absolute most favorite outfit to wear. It is something to behold, the summer suit. I always thought that Agent 47 just couldn't look better in that signature black suit with burgundy tie, but I was wrong. I really love that they did this default location suit. Just a wonderful reason to outfit 47 in some location-specific and fitting outfits. Just wonderful aesthetics. Now, I think the reason, going back to it, that people don't enjoy this mission as much is because both targets are on the clear end of the maps, and the whole marketplace is a little bit underused. And in a way that is correct. At the same time, you can do many things, like get the security card key card to enter the Swedish in a different way, or you can, like I said, of course, go to the Shisha Cafe and get the cameraman outfit. There are different ways to do things, and depending on how much you want to check out things is how it works. But it's all up to you as what you make up of a mission. And personally, I really enjoy this mission. I think it's one of the most beautiful missions visually, and I think it's really great. I'm curious to see what you think. This mission was quite a challenge to record. It's something else, and I hope you can appreciate what we were able to accomplish here. And but for now, let's kick up that music and let's head out of Marrakesh, Morocco. See you guys on the other side.
Oh, pardon me, I didn't see you there, sir.
Okay, and indeed, Silent Assassin, Marrakesh, Morocco, Mission 3 of 6. Now, as you may notice, this is the Game of the Year Edition interface, as there's no more blood red screen. It's more of a faded gray, whitish color. And honestly, I don't really mind. It's fine either way, but I don't understand what was wrong with the red. Honestly, this looks a little bit more boring, but it's not a really big deal. I guess the people had something in mind when they did it. It's not a real big issue. Something I like about the portrait of Klaus Strasberg there is it looks like he's in some outdoor place in a mountainside, far away from the sunny, harsh weather of Marrakesh. And it's actually a big painting somewhere in the Swedish Consulate. So I do love the detail they have. So it's pretty neat. And as we see, the story is going to get a little bit more convoluted, of course, but we'll let you see that. And in the next mission, we're going to head in, well, traditions of the trade style. If you know what I mean by that, well, we can look forward to a nice, fun time, a nice, sunny place again. Not quite as sunny as Marrakesh, but we're gonna rock out. We're gonna rock out with our fiber wire outs. Well, we'll see. Okay, see you guys next time.
Compromised, but I don't understand. There is no sign of forced entry, no alarms, nothing.
One of my people has gone missing in Johannesburg. A key bearer.
I wish I'd been informed. Still, the system demands 2 keys, and the rest are all accounted for.
Except for your late predecessors.
Cobb? But his plane went down over the Pacific. It was an accident.
Such was the conclusion at the time, yes. People die, Mr. Fannin. Happens all the time, even to us. It seems like a conspiracy. Probably isn't. And yet, the failed coup in Morocco, the ether virus. Someone knows about us. There was a pattern and I failed to see it. Providence is under attack.
How much was there?
Money? Not money, Mr. Fannin. Information on all of our assets and operatives. Like you. Dig a trench, Director. And make it a deep one. Because none of you are safe anymore.